All right, let's move along to a team we talk about every game. Every game they play, we talk about them because they're number one in the country. They're the defending national champs. They're fun to watch. Scott Drew is fun to root for. I gotta say, because he's about as dorky of a head coach as there is, but that makes him so likable in a way, right? I mean, he's always positive. Don't you guys wish you could be as positive as Scott Drew all the time?
It's impossible.
Yeah, no, he's got a great way about him. And I think the one thing that has done for Scott is it's given him amazing staying power. To be at one place in the Big 12, especially if that place isn't Oklahoma or Kansas. I mean, he's at Baylor. To think about where he started, how long he's been there at the same place in the same conference, and having maybe his best run at that place in the last 3 years, his personality, his positivity, his way, it has really won out. And they are fun to watch, Jeff. Their defense is phenomenal. Their defense, I mean, they do it at all five positions. They've done it. You talk about a schedule. They've done it against the best teams, and they've consistently done it. They are a heck of a team.
Well, you guys are all about defense, both of you. Let's face it. You're about toughness. You're about defense. And Sean, you said to me, you were like,
all offense out here. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Arch, fine. Arch is on one side. We'll give him the offense
around here.
We're gonna let Sean run the defense. And Sean says to me, I'm so jealous of Baylor's defense.
There's just something about having a group, though, Jeff. Offense is offense, and obviously, there's something about a group of people during the course of a season who win hard. You know what I mean? They do this shit every game, every day in practice. And like, you watch them get better on defense as they get better on offense. And like, when you start to win big and string together, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row, there's going to be a game where you stink on offense. It just is. And like, you're going to feel just as good winning that game because that you're about the right things. Part of like winning is being able to do it a certain way, the way that you as a coach believe, but like, deep down inside, to win big, you have to be able to stop people. You just do.
Jeff, let me say it to you this way, okay? Larry Brown told me this one time. I've never seen a team at any level, USA basketball, NBA, college, that was selfish and yet they were terrific on defense.
Right.
You cannot be selfish and be connected together, hard playing, all the things that you associate with a team that, which you would say, they are an elite defensive team. When you're an elite defensive team, selfish isn't a part of it. So then when you flip it and think about offense, that's going to be a team that's going to play together and care about winning on offense too. And I think it's a great way of looking at it. The buy-in that Baylor has on that side of the ball defensively allows them to just almost transition to being also a very good offensive team, which they are. They can do both. But I thought tonight they beat obviously a well-coached, tough team in Oklahoma. I watched that game from start to finish. But
what is it about their defense, Sean? What is it about their defense that you are so envious of?
They don't have a weak link. If you listen to James talk earlier, they take great pride in that. I have an individual matchup tonight, and I'm going to do a great job defending my man. I'm not going to get beat. And yet they also have a great team approach behind that. Sometimes if you're so much about the individual shutting the man down, my man's not going to score, that doesn't always translate to being a successful defensive team. But what I used to always say to our guys is the toughness is created on the ball. The success is going to be created off the ball. Yeah. But you can't have one without the other. It's like both. And what I'm envious about, or what I would just give great credit towards Baylor, they really have both. When you think of the toughness that they have at all five positions on the ball, like when Arch and I talked about them playing Villanova uses their 5-man and their front court players to drive the ball. it didn't matter. They couldn't beat Baylor's individual defenders yet. The second phase, Jeff, off ball, making you successful. They're in great position. They rotate, they block shots, they draw charges, they help each other. When you switch, when you watch them switch, they communicate effectively so they can switch. So it's not just on the ball, it's off the ball. And then, by the way, they have great talent. I mean, back when we were at Arizona, a great defensive team, we had TJ McConnell, Nick Johnson, Hollis Jefferson, Aaron Gordon, Caleb Tarzewski, Brandon Ashley. Like, as much as you say, boy, coach, you're doing a great job, right? You know, you drive home at night saying, I can coach defense. Well, we had unbelievable personnel to defend. Then you get them to buy in. Baylor has unbelievable personnel to defend, and he has great buy-in. You know, the word culture keeps popping up. Baylor's culture starts, I believe, with the pride that they have on defense.
Well, one of the guys that certainly brings in the defensive end, James Akinjo, point guard. He had 27 points, 5 assists tonight. The former Arizona point guard, surprised by Sean Miller earlier today, and we are now joined by James Akinjo.